Good morning, everybody. Hello. Hey, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. You are in our Stitchuation room. This is a Monday through Friday virtual stitching retreat where you hang out with me in here in my RV sewing studio today. And I hope I can inspire you to put something under the needle. Got some cool stuff to show you guys. Very cool stuff. Let's visit with Frito, shall we? Frito is my little dog, and she is pacing behind the camera waiting for her little treats. So I've got some Missouri Star bags I need to get out of the way here. Show you guys. Okay, let's turn this down. We'll take a look and see if we can see little Frito. There she is. There's my girl. You ready for your Dave biscuits? Yes. Sweet girl. Get your wiggle butt going there. Yeah, the girl. Point the camera down to you guys so you can see her. Yeah, we're going to point it down to Frito. She's a good girl. She's a little rescue. We've had her about 2.5 years. Just love her. You're going to get a stick and go brush your teeth? Okay, bye-bye. Good. I'm pretty sure y'all come on this channel to see Frito. That's it. That's fine. That's fine. Awesome. Good to see everybody here in the chat. I hope you guys are doing well. Y'all, I slept so good last night. This morning was one of those days where the alarm goes off and I was like, oh, I was sleeping so hard. It was nice. Very nice. Anyway, yes, Patty, she is sweet. Thank you. Okay. So I am currently parked. We are currently parked at the, yes, I shop till I drop, almost. Yeah, we are at the Country Charm RV Park in Hamilton, Missouri, and they've really made this place pretty nice. If you're thinking of coming to Missouri Star and going to bring the RV, I highly recommend this park. To be honest, I haven't seen anybody in the office. It's locked up since we got here. But you just call, make a reservation, you get an email, it tells you what spot you're going to be in, you agree to their little terms online and all that, and you're done. You can call and they do answer the phone. But thank you, Bernadette. Yes, thumbs up, everybody. If you're watching on TV, grab your TV remote and hit the channel up button. That does the same thing. So anyway, yeah, very nice little park. They have 3 pull-throughs and the rest are all back ends, maybe a dozen spots total, maybe. And if you do want to make reservations, you need to call 6 months in advance, at least, I recommend. So great park, can't complain. No frills, y'all. But we are in a spot that's, I mean, most spots are fairly level. So there's little bitty spots for little bitty rigs, and there are 3 long ones for the big ones like us. Coffee time. All right, so we're going to do a show and tell from my haul at Missouri Star. Yay! So I got there at 10 yesterday morning. So I did a little shopping the day before in the afternoon, and I showed you guys that stuff yesterday. But I got there early in the morning, and Shelly had wanted to say hello to Frito because they are dog friendly. And I want to show you guys, she did stop by again. She got an opportunity to say hi to Frito. Oh, hold on. This is a different one. This is a different picture. This is Krissa. She's in our group. So she showed up here, and it was great to see her and her friend. We visited for a little while. Krissa used to own a shop in California, so she's fairly savvy with the business. Let me back up a picture and see if we can see. There's Shelly saying hi to Frito. She came by the next morning to say hi. Frito loves a good belly rub. Yeah, very nice. So we had her outside. Let's go through here. Okay, so these ladies, Marie, Marcia, and Cindy, drove down from Illinois yesterday, 4 hours to say hi. We got to visit for a while, and then they drove all the way back. So Keith was the photographer, did a good job. And Cindy was so, she says, I have to get the same shirt you do. So they both did. They both got that social butterfly shirt. so that they can hang out and feel like part of the crowd. I love that. And there I am in front of the iconic blue sky in the Hamilton old train station right there. And there's the side of the building that are in a lot of pictures, but I wanted the Penny sign because this is the boyhood home of J.C. Penney, is Hamilton. So it was kind of cool. And I just took a picture from across the street. It's so pretty and quaint, you guys. See the flowers on top of the walkway, and then even across the street, there's flowers all along all these little shops. Really, really nice. Very much enjoyed that. This is one shot of inside of the, we call it, what they call it? Not the man cave. They call it a man's land. That's what they call it. And there's the other side. So they've got a pool table in there and recliners and whatnot. So they've got it set up where the significant others can hang out while we shop, right? And that's a set of ice cream scoop templates. I actually bought these. I'm going to show them to you to make this. I'm going to snap applique these templates, but I took a picture of that to give me an idea of what to do with them. And this is Lois, and Lois is an employee, and she's actually a viewer. She saw me. She said, "Oh, hi." So this is the machine shed. I think I did a lot of damage in there for sure. And that is a broken water sprinkler head from my pool. So I didn't mean to show you that. It's already fixed. Yeah. So I did do a bunch of shopping there. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you think you're going to come here to go to a quilt store feel, I don't know about that. I didn't get that vibe here at all. I'll tell you one thing I do not like about this place. I just don't care for it at all. Is there's only 3 places to eat. One of them is Subway, so that doesn't count. There's Kathy's restaurant and a barbecue restaurant. And there's a burger joint too. There's a burger joint next to the coffee shop. I don't know what time the burger joint closed, but Kathy's and the barbecue shop closed at 2. And I was just getting started, and I wanted to stop, get a bite to eat, and everything was closed. So we had to come home and I made tacos, which is fine, but there's no restaurants open. And I wasn't very happy about that. So that's the only thing. I don't know why they closed it too. There were still plenty of people around. Small town living. I know. Yeah, so no eating, just shopping. And I went to the little coffee shop. I was waiting for Keith. Keith was with me from 10 to 12 yesterday. And then he came back to the RV with Frito and let me do my thing. And I wandered around all the shops. And I got a little iced tea at the coffee shop, $2.29. I about fell over. But it was so again, I guess I kind of expected something more like I don't know what I expected. I think I expected a quilt shop feeling, but I did not get that. So there's tons of inspiration around. Quilts hanging on the walls and all the shops and this and that. And there's the pattern, and they're all MSQC patterns for the quilts, but there's no kits. So you see a quilt and it's got the pattern hanging there, and you're looking and you're above rows and rows of fabric bolts, but you have to stand there and pick out all your fabric yourself. And I'm not good at that. Some of you can go in there and see stuff and just shop till you drop and find everything. And so that's not me. I'll grab a kit in a heartbeat, but there was nothing like that. And I love the way the town is set up. I need a lot of visual inspiration, like in a quilt shop, right? And all of the employees, very helpful, very, very nice. but I'm glad I came. Been there, done that. So it is checked off the bucket list. All right. Yeah, you were overwhelmed with that too. So this, Carol says, if I didn't have something in mind already, it was hard to shop. I agree. I think the online experience is geared toward, you know, what we need. So on the online experience, you get an email every day and it says, hey, here's what's on your daily deal. Okay. And here's background fabric to go with it. And here's a pattern to go with it. So now you've already got it in your mind. And then it also gives you the coordinating fabrics in the line where you can pick out, okay, I need that much border. I need this much binding, blah, blah, right? Well, that experience is not what you get at the store. So those of you that love to purchase yardage and get all that, you'll love it. But yeah, I found that's why I spent the most money in the machine shop yesterday, because that I could see what I needed. All right, so let's get into that, shall we? Okay. Yesterday I had showed y'all, I think I did. I don't know if I did. So Missouri Star has this whole new colorway. So all their bags are of this print, which is just lovely, absolutely lovely. They have this in this deep aqua, and they also have it in a white. Okay. So let me get through y'all's comments here. Okay. I love the bags too. And when I saw that print, I saw Buy Any bags. That's what I saw. So I did get 2.5 yards of this for, and it's the same. This is their fabric. Okay. It says, welcome to Quilt Town is the name of it, is the line. Okay. Welcome to Quilt Town. That's the name of the line. And it is by Missouri Star. I don't know who manufactures this fabric. It's okay. It feels really good. I like it. It doesn't have that waxy feeling that you get with, oh, Midge says, for those of you that need help, you can call into customer service, or you can find somebody and they will help you figure out how much fabric you need. Yes, they're very good about that. Very good about that. So yeah, Nancy, I know. I saw this and I instantly saw Buy Any bag. This is something I would carry. Matter of fact, I'm going to make another Juju embroidery phone case. And that's why I bought a little bit extra. I'm going to use this print for that. I bought this coordinating fabric for the lining of the bag. On a bag lining, you definitely need something lighter so you can see what's in there. I just thought that was beautiful. Just beautiful. And then the Christmas panel I showed you guys yesterday, welcome to Quilt Town. Christmas in Quilt Town, something like that. I don't remember where I put it. I have it in here. Sold it out yesterday, you guys. Oh, Debbie, I'm looking forward to meeting you too. So this is a baby blue Christmas. This is going to go around. I'm going to do a 2.5-inch border around the whole panel. And then I'm going to use the jelly roll I bought for a piano key border. Okay. So contrasting fabric for the bag. Let me see what I got here. I can make several bags. All right. Contrasting fabric for the bag. I have a yellow with the Missouri stars on it and a deep blue with some notions on it. Okay. I don't have a zipper. So when I go to Sean's Sewing Center this coming weekend, if they have a zipper, or I'll be in Springfield, Missouri, so I can run somewhere and get a zipper. I'm sure there's a Hobby Lobby there. Also, I got this. This is a light pink with an orange quilt blocks. I thought I bought this first to do the inside of the bag before I found this fabric in another store. They did not have this fabric in the main store. So I was walking around, but just beautiful stuff, you guys. So let me see. All of this is from the same line. Isn't that pretty? Just beautiful. So this is going to make beautiful bindings. What you have to bind your seams on Buy Any bags. That's what I'm going to do with this. So that'll be nice. the yellow, I don't know, but boy, that's bright, isn't it? I love it. And I thought this would make a nice strap if I do a bag that has a strap or any kind of pulls or anything like that, because those get dirty. I usually have some kind of makeup residue on my fingers and they get dirty. But there you go. All right. So that was my fabric haul there. Let's see here. I picked up this again. This is one of their lanyards, same fabric theme. Okay, same color scheme. And it's got this big thing on it. And I got this one when you get your first in the main store, when you get your receipt or any store, it gives you a QR code for your information on the bottom of the receipt because they track what all you purchased. And I just popped the receipts in here. So I did that. And I'm going to be wearing this at Houston because when I go to Houston, they usually give you like a poppy cotton or something, little lanyard, but I want to wear my Missouri Star one. So I have plenty of buy any zippers, Diana. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I've got a lot of them. Anyway, and then I thought this was fun. Again, same color line. This is a iron-on craft fabric pre-cut laser pieces. Isn't that adorable? I have some totes at home and I thought that was cute. So I got these. It's $15 and this is all that comes inside of it to make a cute little tote. I don't need a tote, but I love it. So I just thought it was cute. These are things that make me happy. So I got that. Okay. And then in the next bag, we have, here are those. So these are ice cream. You could call them rulers. They're acrylic cutouts. I will trace these onto printer paper and scan them into the scan and cut, scan in that printer paper into the scan and cut and snap applique. I think a little ice cream runner is so cute for parties and whatnot. I plan to send it to my daughter-in-law for when the kids have birthday parties and stuff like that. Very cute. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. And this is what's inside. You get a bag with all of your ice cream templates in there. Just cute. You just watched their video with that set? Yeah. Adorable. They have another one that has like cowboy boots and stuff, but I didn't want that one. This will go over better for birthdays. Yeah. One pattern that they had that I loved. Poor Keith is stepping all over my bags. Gloria wants to know if you got your
yeah.
Yes, he did. He got the Caterpillar light and a bag. He did. He's feeding Frito right now. One pattern of theirs that they have is this. And it's lots of campers. So cute. Cute camper, it's called. I'm not going to make this quilt, but I love, those would make cute tea towels, right? I love that. Good idea, Bernadette. So it has the applique patterns in here that are perfect for whatever you need. They had a like a table mat looking thing with this camper on it, and it had been blown up like 10 times. So you can scan these into the scan and cut and put them up in canvas, and then Control A to select all and make them all bigger. And then whatever size camper you want to make and you need to do whatever, you can do it. So you got that? Yes, you can. Carol says, I got that when I was there. Glad I haven't made it yet. So you can snap applique it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Too fun. Okay. So I got that. And then I'm getting a couple of Stripology rulers from one of my viewers. She had a shop. She closed the shop and she had these couple left over and she offered them to me at a discount. Please show the name of those applique pieces again. Midge, they are the, you talking about the ice cream? I think that's what you're talking about. We can do that without any glare. Okay. Ice cream shop template. I thought those would be fun. Adorable. I love the pink. I think that's what you wanted. Make a flag for outside my camper. Great idea, Kathy. Love that. No, the floral pieces. Oh, I got you. Where'd they go? They have a bunch of different ones of these. This is called flower icons. Okay. Flower icons. You get 20 pieces for $15. Yeah. And again, you can buy one of these. They're lasers, but you can scan them into the scan and cut, snap-applique these, make them as big or as small, whatever you want, put them on everything. Because you can make these yourself, right? Now that we know how to snap-applique. And if you're brand new, snap-applique is a term that I've trademarked to do applique and a snap, where you can scan in something that was never imagined to be an embroidery design into the Brother Scan and Cut to create a shape, whether it's applique or it's templates, whatever, and or prefused iron pieces, whatever it is. And you can import that scan into embroidery software, and in a, what I use in Brilliance, and in a couple of clicks you can convert it into machine embroidery design. So yeah, snap-applique the flowers. That's exactly why I bought those too. I'm going to scan them in before I put them on a tote. But yeah, I'm not going to stitch around those with the domestic machine. No, those are going to be snap-appliqued. Yeah. So when you do that on a pre-made tote, y'all might want to take apart the seams so you can get it in there, unless you have a free arm embroidery machine. Okay. So anyway, I'm still going to get those rulers, those Stripology rulers from that lady, but I'm cutting 5-inch stuff with you guys from yardage. And I didn't bring a Stripology with me. So I did purchase this one. I got the smaller one. This one's going to live in my motorhome. So I'll always have a Stripology ruler in the motorhome. I think I'm getting this one plus the next size up. I already have the great big one, but I'm going to get this one in the next size up from that lady, I think. So this one will cut my 5-inch strips that I need for our quilted Christmas tree, because this is the pattern. It's on today's thumbnail to do the quilted Christmas tree. Those are 5-inch squares. Okay. Awesome. All right. So we talked about doing half square triangles that are required in this pattern. The pretty bag is just their shopping bag. Yeah. It's just their shopping bag. That's what you get. They don't do paper. This is a reusable shopping bag. They have a much larger one. Yeah. So, oh, good idea. Marina says, store the ruler with your scan and cut. Let me put this here. Store the ruler with your scan and cut in your new light bag. That's a great idea. So that's that ruler. We talked about these half square triangles in this pattern have to be cut down to 5. It's hard to find a 5-inch square ruler. Okay, it's hard to find that. Most of them are 1.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, etc., so that you can get your seam allowance in there. Well, that's not how this pattern's designed. So I literally picked up a set of the clearly slotted rulers. There's 2 of them, whole number, half number. Anyway, put it on the counter, kept shopping, and came across this. Quilter Select is my favorite ruler. Okay. I love it. The accuracy is phenomenal. And it was the same price as the Clearly Perfect slotted trimmers. I think that's what they're called. I don't know. I can't remember. All right. So this one has the 1.5 markings here on the black dots. All right. And it also has whole. right here. Very handy. I showed you guys how to trim those without a ruler at all, but when you can have a ruler, you should use one. So I put the Clearly Perfect slotted trimmers back, and I got this instead. I have those Clearly Perfect slotted I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. You can't find it. They don't have that on there. Anyway, too funny. I'll put a link to this below. It won't be to Missouri Star because they don't do affiliate links with anybody. So I'll put it below when I find one. Oh, speaking of which, it is now on my calendar, all firmed up with Mole Queens. I told you guys that yesterday. November 21st and 22nd, I will be at Mole Queens in Tempe doing a Snapplique class. We're going to get neck deep in that, so that'll be it. It's a one-day class. I found this. I didn't even know they made it. Monopoly in a dark. I have a couple spools of the clear, but monopoly in the dark. Never know when you're going to need it, so I've used it, and I like it. And that's all I had. Oh, and I bought a fat quarter of yellow fabric from Lori Holt. I needed that. I didn't bring my yellow. I don't know why. And they even had a little baby bag. Isn't that cute? A little baby bag. Too fun. All right. So that's my haul. But I needed that for the block from yesterday for Autumn Love. This lighter yellow right in here. I only had the dark yellows, golds. So there's yesterday's block from Autumn Love. All done. I don't have an invite to California right now, Marlene. We were trying to work on that with Sew Machines Plus, and they had stuff come up with classes and I don't know, scheduling. Superior does have the best monopoly. I threw the thing up on the counter and I said, I need this Monopoly thread. It was funny. So anyway, very cute. Turned out great. All right, let's get that warmed up. So show you the final of Monday's block. This is present section A on the quilted Christmas tree. Oh, it's upside down, of course. Present section A of the quilted Christmas tree. And section B, which is what today's video is about. I'm not coming to Michigan, Hope. Nope, not going to make it. Not going to make it. Wasn't in their budget. Not going to make it. So I don't. Okay, you guys. Let me show you on my blog. Let me go to that. Hold on a second. If you guys want to see what my confirmed schedule is about, let me pull up my blog and you can find that. Okay. So if you are interested in hosting or inviting me to your guild or your embroidery group, or you are a brother dealer and would like me to come and do a class, that can be quite profitable for you. I promise. Because it's scan and cuts, right? Okay, here we go. So here is my blog, powertoolswiththread.com, okay? And you can see it on your phone too. And I've got lots and lots of information here, okay? Lots and lots of info. But in the menu, and if you're on a mobile device, you'll see the little lines. If you're on a phone or a tablet, the 3 or 4 little lines, tap that and you'll get the menu. Over here at the bottom is education and travel, right there. And here we go. And here is my current schedule. So this is 2025 right here. And then 2026 is right there. So the only thing I have confirmed on the schedule right now is June, and that's Massachusetts. So just FYI, that's where you can find where I'm going to be and when. And if you guys want me to come teach a class, go ahead and reach out to either a shop that's got a classroom or something like that. And I'm happy to do it. Great question, Quilt Maker. Oh, wrong one. Yeah, Where'd you go? Right here. On the monopoly thread, do you use that in a bobbin? Does it wind properly? You haven't used it before and was just curious, and the needle size. You have some projects that would be great to use. Thank you. Yes. So I do wind it in a bobbin, and I use it primarily in my straight stitch machine. So if you have the Juki TL18, you've got the, I use the Brother PQ 1500 or the 1600, the Baby Lock Jane, any of those that are straight stitch machines, it feeds through that bobbin just fine. I wind it on a standard bobbin winder there, on top of the machine, no problems. I've not had any trouble with it. I use it primarily for stitch in the ditch. So I also have made a spool of it for the Class A style 15 for standard drop-in bobbins, the clear, no problems with that either. So Ken's Sewing Center has a classroom. We'll get a hold of them, Patty, and tell them to host me. I'd love to come and do a Snapplique class. Yes. So Marlene says she's used both. Works great. It does. It's much finer than fishing line, and it has a great flow to it. It really does. I love it. So bye, Debbie. Got to go to the chiropractor. Girl, I wish I had one on the road. Oh, my goodness. I've been watching videos on how to, self-care, chiropractic, stretching, and that kind of thing, and dealing with it. Yeah. So Marlene says, when she discovered the monopoly, it changed her stitch in the ditch. Yeah. If you like to make stuff from Hoop Sisters, they use monopoly all the time in their, and only buy the stuff from Superior. That's the only stuff I'm talking about. Superior threads. Oh, speaking of which, Superior partnered up with Connecting Threads. I have a link below to today's deal. I wanted to show you guys that. Let me see. Connecting Threads. And I've got a link to this. It is, that's not what I wanted. I wanted today's deal. They have clearance. That's not what I'm after. Anyway, hold on a second, you guys. Let me find this for y'all. There it is. It's called, every day they do a stash and save. Today's a good one. Let me get that, pull it up so you guys can see it. Again, I have a link to this below in the description box. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you now. I found it. If you like sewing with 100% cotton, this is it today. They've got 36 spools, 220 yard set, 36 spools, you guys. 30 bucks. 26 spools. Is that right? 26? 26 spools for $30. That's a deal. It's almost half off. So if you like to sew with 100% cotton, this is their essential. This is 3-ply cotton thread. It works fantastic. So if, whatever you're going to piece with it, or you might want to be doing some of your own hand-driven quilting on certain colors. These are great for, sorry about that. These are great for if you're doing legit kits for the background quilting on these. Yeah, for sure. So I wanted to show you guys that. That is a heck of a deal. Also a link, I'm going to do a little easy peasy basic beginner Snapplique sew along. It's not going to be in the morning. It will be a live stream. And I have a link below to it as well. Bowl cozies. Yeah, another good one. That's right. 100% cotton is good for bowl cozies, Bernadette. You're absolutely right. So you don't melt anything in the microwave. I have a link. Let me see. Stop sharing that. I'm going to do this in, let's see. I think I'm going to do it either the end of September or mid-October. I don't have a date set yet. Okay. But this will be an online sew along where you can join me. You can be in the chat. You can ask questions. I'm not going to charge for the sew along, but I'm going to do this with you guys. Let me share my screen with y'all. It is called the Joy Fabric Pillow, and it is from my girlfriend's quilt shop right here. It's just $20 for the kit. You're going to get all of the fabric that you need, and you're going to get a paper pattern for the lettering. Okay. So if you can't come to one of my Snapplique classes, you can do this with me. This includes, it's a 12 by 18 finished size. It's designed by my girlfriend's quilt shop. It includes the fabric and pattern for the pillow front and back. It's beginner friendly. The pillow form is not included. If you don't want to make it into a pillow, it would be an adorable little decoration just to lay out on a table, okay? Or frame it, put it on the wall. It'll be precious. So I'm going to do this, and I've got a link to it below in the description box. If you would use my link, I'd appreciate it. That is what keeps the channel free for you guys, for sure. So I'm going to do this in the end of September, or probably later in October, after, because Quilt Market is the first weekend of October and Quilt Festival is the second weekend of October. And then we'll do it after that. So you'll have it all done and ready in time for Christmas. Okay. Faker McFake, you need a good pattern for bowl cozies. My friend, if you have an embroidery machine, Designs by Juju has a great one. If you do not have an embroidery machine, then I highly recommend the Creative Grids rulers. They've got them in a couple of sizes for that. So it is a great gift idea. It's a fantastic idea for your neighbors. You know, if you like to do neighbor gifts or a teacher gift, something like that. So fun. I saw that this morning and it just spoke to me. Oops, sorry. It spoke to me and I said, oh, I want to make that. So why don't, it's very simple. So why don't I do a Snapplique sew along with you guys? And that'll be a lot of fun. So it's going to be one day. You will be able to watch it on the replay, but it's not going to be in a situation room. So can you use monopoly in baby quilts, which will be washed frequently? You can. I don't know if I would though. Baby quilts tend to get chewed on, right? And babies can swallow the plastic. So I don't know if I would. Let's see here. Kathy says, I mentioned I was using SF101 on background fabrics. I thought you were using Bro Thread backing. Bro Thread is the stabilizer. That's this stuff. This is the stabilizer. This is going to be cut away, thrown away, reused, whatever. I am not putting SF101 on the back of my background fabric because I am doing a quilt as you go method. Okay. And I'm putting my batting in it already. If I was doing this as just a quilt top all by itself, not quilt as you go, I would put SF101 on the back of your background fabric because you need that stability. So you just ordered 2 sets. Good for you, Chris. Good for you. Sue, you're late. Oh, yeah, you got to cut that grass before it gets hot. My gosh. Yeah, we're pressing 100 here too. We're in Hamilton, Missouri. We leave today for Springfield, 4-hour drive. But so if you are just joining us, you guys, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. I am going to be doing, if you just walked in the door, okay, Marie, I do too. That's a good point. Marie says, I always worry about poly thread wrapping around a baby's toe or finger. Love the thread, but not for the babies. Yeah. If it's going to be something that's pulled around by a child and chewed on, you know, when they first start getting their teeth, they're like on everything. Yeah. I would not put, you ordered the kit. Good, John. We're going to have a good time. I think about that too with the little, yeah. Thank you, Karen, for using my link on that thread. I appreciate it very much. So, okay. So today we're going to do section B for the present. And you guys, it's super, super easy. So if you want to get that superior thread, Sandra, great question. She says, will I have a link for the superior thread? Let me see here. What you can do is that connecting threads link that's down below. The connecting threads link that's down below. You can click that and that will take you to connecting threads. They are partners. Superior Thread is part of the connecting threads family, okay, or vice versa. You can find it there and I get credit for that because you started with my link, okay? Same goes for the Amazon shop, you guys. Once you go there and you get whatever you need for your embroidery machine, then you can go buy a TV or whatever. I appreciate it. Kidding. Okay. What package do you need from Embroidery Essentials to do the Joy class? Heidi, you are talking about, I think, Brilliance embroidery software. You would need Stitch Artist 2 at a minimum. Prefer Stitch Artist 3, but Stitch Artist 2, you need a scan and cut. And I would hold off until they do another coupon where you can get the that extra 10% off. Let me share this with you guys one more time. The link for the Joy pillow is below in the description box where it says more ... Click that and that will open up. Okay. And it is from my girlfriend's quilt shop. This is the twin sister of Kim from Kimberbell. Everything they design is just precious and I love it. All right. So there you go. It's only $20, cheap class. Okay. Only 20, only. That's the cheapest part of Snapplique, right? This will be fun, you guys. It will be fun. So we're going to make that Joy pillow together, not in the Situation Room, end of October. So we are ready for decorating for Christmas. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'll get it scheduled as an online class and we'll do it. Okay, we'll do a live so you guys can ask me questions in the class. And then from there, you can watch on replay. It will be available for you. You need Canvas Workspace. Yes, Donna. That's free. You have Canvas Workspace. That's fine. That's where we can clean up and resize. I'll show you guys how to resize if you want to resize your letters. So, all right. Can you go through me for Stitch Artists? Yes, Faker McFake, you can. Underneath in the description box, there is a link to Embrilliance, and it's also on my blog, powertoolswiththread.com. And you'll see right when you pull it up in the sidebar, there's a green box at the top, pretty green little floral box, and it says Becky's link to Embrilliance or something like that. So you need to find some. Are they dreidels or dreidels, Harriet? I can't remember. Dreidels. Dreidels, that's what they are. I know, you need to Snapplique those. Joy class, yay, Marie says, yay. The kit does include the pattern flow. It does not include the pillow form. Yeah, it'll include the pattern. So you guys will love this. This is going to be a lot of fun. Okay. So today, present B. This one's very simple, you guys. I have my pieces. Where did they go? Why do I always do this? Where's my stuff? You know, I was watching the Reno Sew and Back, and she was showing how to, she was showing some stuff they had on their live. And she was like, where's those Kimberbell kits I have? And she went looking for them. I was like, that's me. That happens to me all the time. If you borrow a scan and cut, do you need anything else? You can borrow one. Terry, I recommend a scanning mat. That might be a nice thing to purchase for your friend who doesn't have a scanning mat. A scanning mat would be great because you'll probably do more than one of those, right? I have the pieces cut and ready to go for present B. And I don't know where they went. Now, why does this happen to me? Why does this? Not in my trash, not with my phone, Didn't fall on the floor. Not in my laptop bag. I wonder if I put them in here. I put all my gifts and bows for this quilt into a single bag. And then maybe I did put them in here. My blue fabric for the present. You want to save that. Don't scrap it. You want to save this because you're going to need this in present C. And present B is the blue one. Gift. I say present, like, yeah. All right. So I just don't know where these went, you guys. I don't know why. I had them all cut out. It's just 2 strips of blue with a bow through a ribbon through the middle of it. Here are my pre-cuts I already have done. These will go into the quilt. The Joy Pillow kits are all gone. Aw. They'll make more, I promise. I think if they have more, they'll make more. I bought mine first this morning, y'all, before I told you about it. I know how y'all are. I will shoot an email to Allison and ask her if she can make more of those for y'all, and I will let you know. Let me see. I've had it. I can't find my present pieces, and I had them right here. Darn it. It's just 2 seams, you guys. The kit is out, and they're going to notify you. Good, good, good. Awesome. Okay. Well, I have no idea where those, because I cut them and everything. They're 2.5 by 2.25 by 14 strips of blue with a ribbon down the middle. So, Carol, I know. You snooze, you lose, Carol. Don't you know how this group is? She says, I almost got the pillow last night and I didn't. Now they're gone. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know where my pieces went I was going to sew. Had them all cut, ready to go. I was in this last night. Maybe they went in here. You guys. Let's see here. Nope, they're not in here. I got all my tools, like you guys said. I put them in here. At least you got a butterfly shirt. I know. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's really quiet this week. And they're having a retreat here, but it's really quiet at Missouri Star this week. Y'all, I am just flustered. I don't know where those pieces went. They were cut here, ready to go, and now they're gone. So I won't be sewing them, I don't guess. That's frustrating. Oh my gosh. I'm looking around. Are they under anything? I don't know. And they're not with the rest of the fabrics. I put away the embroidery unit yesterday. Am I sitting on them? That's possible. I know. I put away the embroidery unit yesterday. So it could have gone. They could have gone, and their Frito hit them. I know, Elizabeth. She does that. I don't know where they went, y'all. So we can talk about something else. I'll show it to you in the morning. I don't think they got mixed up with my haul. And they certainly aren't with my first gift. Maybe they're on the other chair. Ugh. Well, anyway, so not going to sew those this morning. Let's see. Diana says, my girlfriend's quilt shop has the alphabet letters for embroidery as a separate purchase. Okay, well, this kit comes with the JOY letters. If you guys are interested in doing, lettering with Snap-a-K, start in Brother Canvas. There's your letters right there. And then import them. Could I talk you through it, Donna? Donna, it's just 2 seams is all it is. It's 3 pieces of fabric with the ribbon in the middle, 1/4-inch seam. That's it. That's talking you through it. I know I'm always looking for something, I swear. Always looking for something. Which really frustrates me because I went to a lot of trouble last night to get everything ready. And it grew legs. It happens. Yes, Nancy, they had loads of vintage sewing machines on display, and I think that's just cruel. They're not for sale. I think that's just cruel. But all right, you guys, I will show you that gift tomorrow morning, right before we get into the next block for Autumn Love. So have a fantastic day. I love you guys. I will see you in the morning. Put a thumbs up on the video if you wouldn't mind. And gremlins, I know. What present B tree unit? Vonnie, that's for this stitch sew along we're doing. What are you doing, Keith? That's this right here. That's all it is right there. Let me show you. Present B. All it is, these two pink strips right here with the ribbon through the middle of it. That's it. So two blue, long blue strips with a red ribbon in the middle of it. That's it. It's just 3 strips of fabric. So, all right. My husband has his phone on loud, so I hope my noise canceling kept that up. I have to tease him. Y'all, I got to run. Go sew something. Bye.